hold of his jersey, didn't he?
Colton just trying to do everything he could to prevent that reception, prevent Livingston from getting loose on him. And you know what? That's going to happen. He's such a good receiver.
I don't know if he meant to, if his fingers got caught, or if that was a full-on jerk.
It was a grab. He grabbed the jersey. There was no doubt. He's like, you are not getting away from me here on this one. We're not doing that to start this game early.
I'll give you the yardage, but I'm not giving you a touchdown.
Yeah, you can get it via penalty. I ain't giving it up via the air. I'm not having those stats go against
me. Good for another T-Wolf.
Well, that's a tough task that Colton's been given, covering Livingston.
Oh, yes, absolutely. It's going to be a chore all night long, honestly. Livingston's one of the top 3, 4, 5 receivers in this state, regardless of classification. He is a phenomenal football player.
I almost felt like that was the plan of attack for this game.
It might be.
Hey, if you feel like he's going to beat you deep, you just grab a hold of him.
We'll give up the yards. We'll take 15 versus 40 or 70.
Man in motion. It's a give to Bretzing. And Bretzing avoiding some tackles, even being hit in the backfield, and he still picks up 2.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, good job there by the Uintah defense, plugging it up and obviously getting him down after a short gain there. Would have been nice to get that tackle for loss, though, on the initial contact.
Riggs in the gun. And he's got a man in.
It's McCann.
And McCann will pick up a few yards.
Going
to bring up a 3rd and 2 for the
down at
Timberwolves.
49.
Now, Dash McCann, the son of the offensive coordinator, Coach McCann, obviously 3rd and 2 playbook is going to be wide open here.
I think it's McCann brothers, junior, senior. Are they brothers?
They are brothers, correct.
Bretzing needs 2, and he's got them.
Bretzing for the carry off the left side. Gain of about 3. Good, another T-Wolf.
It's a good job by Case and Ursary bringing him down after the game, but still enough yardage for the first down there. I got to give credit to Uintah. They know this. They know what they're trying to face. Oh, there's going to be a illegal substitution penalty there. Free play here for Timpanogos. And there goes Livingston.
And it's Livingston that breaks free as they pull it on that jersey. Unable to bring him down.
To Livingston down the right.
And that's going to be knocked out of bounds by Vanderwerk.
Out at the 20-yard line. Flag on the play.
Yeah, Vanderwerk bringing him down after all that, but it's going to be a substitution penalty, which will be obviously waived off. They don't want to accept that, and they'll take the yardage picked up. That's why Luke Livingston, I'm telling you, that game plan very well may be, hey, do not let him get loose.
Don't let him catch a pass.
Yeah.
On the Utes, penalties decline. Results in another T-Wolf.
You can still manufacture those touches for him, obviously, but it's something they're going to be very cognizant of all night long. All right, stacked twins on this.
Riggs, quick pass to Livingston, and it's Livingston pushed out of bounds for about a 3-yard gain.
Riggs' pass is complete to Livingston.
Good job by Vanderwerk bringing him down after a
gain
short
about 2.
There.
Brings up 2nd down and 8.
If you can't tell, Luke Livingston is the focal point of this offense, folks.
Absolutely. You know, that's not what we saw, though, against Jordan the last game we called together.
Yeah.
It was more...
Well, Livingston was more
Bretzing.
Yeah, but Livingston was the quarterback in that game.
As Riggs airs this one out, can't find Graff. It's a little
Riggs'
overthrown
pass intended for Josh Graff falls incomplete.
Josh Graff,
3rd and 8.
Josh Graff is all of 6'4", and even that was too tall for him.
Yeah. Good. The ball was thrown really well. Looked nice.
He did get held up a little bit, some tangled feet there, but that's kind of what happens.
Brings up 3rd and 8 from the Uintah 18-yard line. Riggs again looking to pass, and this one to McCann. McCann's got it. They're going to say incomplete pass. That was defended
Riggs'
by.
pass ball is incomplete.
Is that number 17?
Braden Murray, it looks like number 7.
Brings up
or
4th
17.
Down.
Kobe Sharp.
I think it's number. Turn your back, young man. That's what I need. 17. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Sharp.
Okay. Great job by Sharp, by the way. Keeping that hand in there. You gotta keep that catch through the ground. He did not complete the catch. So nice break up there for Sharp.
Timberwolves going for it on 4th. And, of course, he's going to go deep there to Livingston. Livingston shoves Colton there. Colton, good job.
Riggs' pass ball is incomplete.
Yeah,
just staying in front of him.
Yeah, Jaron Colton in great position on that. That was just to kind of a loft it up and see what we can do. It's going to Livingston on that play. Colton knows that, and he just stays engaged with him. It's hand fighting down the field. It's a great defensive showing for Uintah, and obviously they get the ball back now with a chance to move down the field, hopefully, and get some points on their first series.
So, yeah, the turnover on downs. And the Utes take the field here on their own 18-yard line. Pick up in the gun. That's O'Baggy lined up next to him. It's a quick release here to that was Jarman.
Yep.
Yeah, Jarman.
The Jarman.
And Jarman gets a first out to the 30.
Nice pitch and catch there by pickup to Jarman, obviously. And think about this Uintah team's 1-3 on the season coming in here, but their stats indicate that they are a better team than that record if you just go strictly by statistics, Mark.
When they come out passing the game, passing the ball.
Well, we got a guy like Pickup who can toss it. Obviously, you're going to take advantage of that.
Man in motion, and it's a quick pitch. That's to Ushery. Was that Ushery?
Carried by Ushery. Tackle behind the line.
Great job by Nash Price there from his safety spot, coming up, making that tackle for loss.
Brings up
Great
2nd and 15.
By Price. Kind of looks like Price is maybe playing in the place of MJ Iosefo. That's a name that you're not going to hear tonight. He is out due to a shoulder injury. They're being careful with it. They consider it to be a precautionary deal with some bigger region games on the horizon.
So that brings up 2nd and 14 here for the Utes from their own 26-yard line. Again, pick up in the gun. Timberwolves showing blitz. Colton in motion, and it's pickup with the keeper.
Pick up with the carry up the middle.
The ball came out.
Oh, they're going to fumble. Timberwolves are indicating they got it. Very costly fumble there, as that gives the Timberwolves in, if it is, still waiting.
It was a clear strip. Tyson Miller came up with the recovery. I did not get the number of the player who stripped it out, but it was just simply put his hand on the ball and ripped it out. His pickup was going down to the ground. Great strip, great recovery, and a big break for Timpanogos.
At the Uintah 30.
And so the Timberwolves will have it at their own 32, or at the Ute 32.
Would not be surprised to see him take a shot right here on first down and try and go for the jugular.
Well, this is going to be a fun little, as we saw in that first series, Colton and Livingston. It's a give to Bretzing up the middle, and he's wrapped up good for 2 yards.
Tackle down at the 30. Brings up 2nd down and 8.
And we got a Ute on the ground there. Bridger Wallace, I believe, came up with the tackle.
Timeout on the field.
And we'll take a timeout as they deal with the injured player.
It's Timpanogos football, as Timpanogos taking on Uintah Utes here. Had a player helped off the field there for Uintah.
Benjamin Callahan, number 50, got tangled up on that last running play, and he had a brace on that knee. He's barely putting weight on his legs, so unfortunate. Hopefully he's okay.
2nd and 8 here for the Timberwolves at the Ute 30, as Riggs will roll, and now he'll release. Intended for Bretzing, incomplete. That'll bring up a 3rd and 8.
That was
brings up 3rd and 8.
That was a bullet. I don't know if you saw that arm string on that. He strode off his arm string. He didn't need to throw it that hard. Bretzing probably was not expecting that pass to be coming at 100 miles an hour at him.
And so from 3rd and 8, 3rd and 8 here, Bretzing in the backfield with Riggs. Livingston, the far receiver, and he's got Graff all alone. Touchdown, Timberwolves.
Touchdown!
Great RPO action there for the Timberwolves. Chase Riggs selling it hard. Josh Graff sneaking out from his tight end. Wide position, wide open, easy completion, easy 6, PAT pending.
So we'll see if Harvey can add the extra point here.
Parker Harvey to attempt the PAT.
Harvey, the kick returner and the kicker. Or at least he kicks the PAT. I think they've got a different guy that does the kickoffs, don't they?
Yeah, I believe they do.
And that one is through the uprights.
PAT is good. Bringing the score, T-Wolves 7.
Make it 7.
0.
Timpanogos football brought to you by Red Round, Toyota, Mark Winterton, Jake Hatch, as the Timberwolves will get ready to kick off. Oh, it's Bretzing that kicks off.
Bretzing's on my list as their place kicker for kickoffs.
And he's got a leg, if I remember right.
Yeah, remember, he just kind of toe punches them, and they go a mile.
Back Back to receive for the Utes is Mason Brown. And I'm trying to make out that far number. But it is a line drive into Vanderwerk's hands. Vanderwerk across the 20, across the... Oh, he just gets to the 30. It looks like they're going to mark it at the 30-yard line.
That was a great return for Vanderwerk. Had he hit that hole maybe a touch earlier, he may have been off to the races. He had a seam there. Unfortunately, that tip he had to gather that ball may have cost him that timing.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 30. Last series resulting in a fumble. Turnover that the Timberwolves were able to capitalize on a wide open pass to Graf.
Good teams will make you pay when you turn it over, and that's exactly what Timpanogos did.
But the dual receivers to both sides here. Timberwolves show blitz, and it's a give to Obagi, his first carry of the night, and it's going to result in a 2-yard loss.
Marley Iosefo there knifing in there from his linebacker spot to make the tackle for loss there. Great job by him. Obviously, a host of other Timberwolves coming to clean up the action, but it was Iosefo that was in there first.
Only a sophomore.
Yep, he's filling in for his older brother, MJ, as I mentioned, who's out tonight due to a shoulder injury. So good to have a brother who can play ball just as good as the older brother, and some thought out there to replace him. There's a lot of siblings on this Timpanogos team, as you're going to notice as you call names.
2nd and 12, Obagi in motion. Pickup, quick pass there, a little, that's to Ushery. Looked like a little screen pass.
Complete to Ushery.
Yep, reverse screen pass there to Ushery. Nice job by him picking up some yards, making it at least 3rd and somewhat manageable here.
33-yard line.
Got a 3rd and 7. Long 6, long 7? I don't know.
Yeah, somewhere in that range.
It's well, if you were going by the college scoring, because it's inside that hash,
it's a long 6.
It's a long 6.
Again, Timberwolves showing blitz. Pickup quickly has to release it to Colton.
Pickup's pass falls incomplete.
And for being hurried like that, almost completed it.
Nash Price was coming on a blitz from his cornerback spot and forced the early throw there. Good job on the recognition by Pickup, trying to get it out where the blitz came from. Just a little bit too far outside for Colton to bring it down.
So 4th and 7, and the Utes will punt this one away. Back to receive for the Timberwolves, Tyler Hunter. As Ushery punts this one away, it's going to land about the 31, and that gets past Hunter, and now Hunter will just get away. And the Utes getting this one down to the 4-yard line.
Hunter playing a dangerous game there for a second.
Ball's down on the 5-yard line.
But a great punt and a great result, obviously. That's called flipping the field, folks.
That's a 70,
At least a
65-yard punt?
Somewhere in that range. Yeah, great punt.
66-yard punt there for Ushery.
Flipping that field. That's exactly what you needed. All right, can the Utes defense slow down the Timberwolves offense here? They did it on that first series. Obviously, they got stung by that turnover and the quick strike touchdown shortly thereafter.
Well, again, it's containing Livingston.
Yep, fight number 2.
So far, the rushing attack hasn't really done anything huge for the Timberwolves. It's a complete pass to Graf. Graf's got a 1st down.
Riggs' pass is complete to Graf on the right side.
Well, the person that's going to benefit from Luke Livingston taking all the attention is a guy like Josh
Good enough
Graf.
for another T-Wolf.
Graf is kind of a hybrid tight end, wide receiver type. But if they're going to focus on Luke Livingston, Graf is going to feast.
I think that tackle was made by, Brown.
Riggs' pass complete again to Josh Graf.
Graf again, like you said. Good for 8 yards there. It'll bring up 2nd and 8 now for the Timberwolves.
9, good.
Yep, Ushery bringing him down after that gain of 9 there, making it 2nd and short.
I think we got Robinson there in the backfield with Riggs. And this snap over his head. Riggs will run it down. He's just going to jump on it. And so huge loss there for the T-Wolves.
He needs to collect that ball faster. That ball nearly was free game for that Uintah defender.
Down at the 10-yard line.
That is a disastrous play for Timpanogos.
Jonah Mamea, the first Ute there.
Yeah, but had Mamea been a little more heads up on that, he may have been able to reach down and scoop that away.
Scoop the ball away.
Yeah, Riggs needs to be just fall on it. You can't just try and reach down and grab it.
This brings up 3rd and 20 as Riggs will roll. Releases to Livingston, and it is caught.
Riggs'
What
pass
a
is complete
catch.
to Luke
Sliding
Livingston.
catch by Livingston.
Great
Down
route,
at the
great
25
pass,
yard
great
line.
reception, obviously,
Brings
by
up
Livingston.
4th
Makes
and
it
5.
fourth and marginal if they want to go for it here. I would be surprised in this position on the field if they're going to do it, but Coach Heaps looks like he might be gambling it and going for it here. He's got Luke Livingston in the backfield there. Trick play upcoming.
Run the wild card here, and now we've got a timeout.
Timeout,
T-Wolves.
T-Wolves.
We'll take one as well.
When Brent Brown Toyota in Orem became the #1 Toyota dealer in the nation in customer loyalty, our sales surged. That continued explosive growth leaves us without the amount of used cars to meet demand, paying unheard of prices for trade-ins, or we'll just buy your car outright at Brent Brown Toyota in Orem.
Oh, football right here on KSL Sports. It's going to be a 4th and 5, and Livingston all alone in the backfield as T-Wolves look to go for it. And we got a man jump. Bratzing jumps off. False start against the T-Wolves.
Forgot the snap count there. That's probably going to force him to punt it away here, I'm assuming.
False start on the T-Wolves.
I would imagine
Or they're going to go for it. They're not bringing the punt team on.
5-yard penalty.
Oh,
They
they took that timeout. They're serious.
Hold on, no, they're going to kick it. I just saw Coach Heaps.
Livingston backed up. He backed up.
It'll be a quick kick. Here you go.
Little rugby style.
Yep.
And no one back there, of course. And
Great
this one is
roll.
going to roll. Big kick there for Livingston.
So that one from the 21. It's going to be down on the 12.
Down at the 12-yard line.
That's going to be a
It'll be
29.
first and 10 Utes.
About a similar punt
Yeah,
as
so like
Ushery did, right?
65-yarder. Jeez, we're having some booming punts. Now, and they're not all going in the air. We get that. But, hey, the result is still the same. You flip the field.
Yeah, Uintah didn't take any chances there. Didn't send anyone back.
Well, in that case, you have the guy who might be the most dangerous football player on the field. You're obviously going to take no chances. You're going to say, hey, watch number 2. Make sure he kicks it. We'll deal with the field position outside of that.
Well, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Utes from their own 12-yard line. So pick up in the gun. I think that is O'Baggy in the backfield with him. He's got Ushery in motion. It's a give to O'Baggy. O'Baggy hits the hole, and he'll pick up 1, maybe 2.
Hard-fought yard there for O'Baggy. I thought the offensive line had a hole there for him for a second, but it closed nicely.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Great job there. Tyson Miller looked like coming up making that tackle.
So it'll be 2nd and 8 now from their own 14 here. As Colton goes in motion, and it's a quick pitch to Colton. Colton gets outside. He's got a first. Slides down around the 25. It'll be first down Utes.
That motion option look is actually causing fits right now for Timpanogos. I'm not sure they necessarily know how to defend it because he comes in motion. He just pitched it out there to him. It's kind of like a quick pitch off the motion. It's actually a really nice play, and obviously Colton picking up the first down yardage.
Well, that defensive end's got to contain there, and Colton just outran him.
Well, like I said, I'm not sure that Timpanogos has probably ever seen that this season yet, and they're probably like, oh, that's new.
Pick up to pass. He's going to air it out. Going to Jarman. Jarman trying to make the one-handed grab. Little hand fighting there between him and the defensive back.
Jarman's hand, one of his hands got kind of held down. That's why he's asking for a call on that, but it's unfortunate. In college, you have that extra referee in that corner that probably could have seen that and called that for you. At the high school level, you only have 5 officials on the field. It's a little tougher to get those calls sometimes.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Utes.
I admire the deep shot, though. You got to take those opportunities to obviously try and loosen up this defense, make them not necessarily creep up as close to the offensive line.
3:33 left to go here in the first quarters. Pickup rolling. Releases intended for Ushery, incomplete.
Pickup's pass intended for Ushery falls incomplete. Brings up third down. Let's hear you, T-Wolves.
Tyler Hunter coming from that backside with great pressure. They're forcing that early throw, and he's had to get that ball out of his hands speaking of pickup, and he just fired it high and wide.
Hunter, one of these great defensive back for the T-Wolves. See, they're leading. I think he leads in interceptions for this team, doesn't he?
I think you're right. Here's the thing. The statistics I was looking at today, I know were incomplete, so I didn't necessarily write them down because I didn't trust that they were actually up to date. And for either team, I will say that.
And the Sun, I think. Okay, so it's third down, correct?
Yep, third down.
That glare off the yard marker, I can't see anything. As
Pickup sacked behind the line of scrimmage.
Pickup will be sacked for a loss here, and I imagine the punt team heading out on the field.
Fourth down.
Brighton Tate, who was their leading sack artist a year ago, and I believe their leading sack artist on the season so far, based on what I had seen, got that sack there. Great play by him, and obviously forcing the punt.
So here comes Ushery. This Ushery kid back squats over 400 pounds.
Wonder how you would know that.
It is a fake. Was this a planned fake? He's not going to get it out of bounds, 22-yard line.
Ushery carries along the right side. Tack it out of bounds.
That was ambitious if that was called.
Turnover to the T-Wolves.
I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, but that's about as ambitious as BYU's fake punt last Saturday. And let's put it this way. Neither one got close.
Yeah, that one was quite a ways
I don't
away.
mean to be rude. When it's like 4th and 15, let's not fake a punt. We saw the fake punt last night in the NFL game. That one was much better. It was like a 4th and 2.
I thought he got up to like the 27-yard line. Was it just the 22?
No, it was not. Well, we're at the 27. Yeah, we're at the 27.
22.
Oh, you're right. You're right. 22. My bad. I'm off. My bad.
Riggs to pass, and he's going to release it to Livingston. Livingston goes up. Good defense there by Colton. Ball bounces off of Livingston's chest.
Okay. Colton's got to be a little careful. He's got to get that head around at some point there. You can still face guard in high school, but yet his hands all over the guy. I'm actually frankly stunned that it was not called for pass interference on that play.
I think he waited for the ball to hit him in the chest.
He got that a little bit early, I thought. But hey, nonetheless, great play. PBU, you'll take it. Mark it down on the stat sheet. Pass breakup. Thank you very much.
2nd and 10 for the T-Wolves. Riggs in the gun. Bretzing lined up next to him. See a give to Bretzing here. And it is off tackle right side.
Bretzing carries off the right side.
5 yards, possibly up.
Gain of about 7.
6.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Jake Murray coming up and making the tackle after he picked up that yards, making it 3rd and very manageable. Here, 3rd and 4 is what it looks like.
Call that a long 4. Riggs all alone. Man in motion, I think it's McCann. As he'll release this one to Livingston. And Livingston outrunning the defenders. He'll get pushed out of bounds about the 6-yard line.
I told you they're going to focus on it, but you can manufacture touches for him on those crossing routes. Mesh concept. That's an easy way to get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. First down's the result.
Riggs, another give to Bretzing. Bretzing will push forward for about 1.
Gain of about 2.
Jonah Mamea coming from behind there and tripping him up. Great play by him to pick up a minimal gain there for Timpanogos. And they don't huddle. They go quick here, so keep an eye. Might have been in some momentary confusion in terms of getting the play call in there for Timpanogos.
It is more fun watching Livingston out there at receiver.
I'm telling you, he unlocks his entire skill set.
Riggs, play action, pass. Complete? Was it complete? It is. Touchdown, T-Wolves.
Gabe Graff on the slant route. That's near indefensible as a defensive back. And a great pass, great catch, and another touchdown on the board for the Timberwolves.
To Gabe Graff.
So with 1:22 left to go in the first quarter,
to attempt
T-Wolves
the PAT
with 2 touchdowns on the board. And Harvey going to attempt a PAT here. Parker Harvey's kick line drive
PAT is good.
Is good.
Bringing the score, T-Wolves 14, Utes 0. Fans, you know what to do.
Orchard with advanced window products here to give you some tips on how to properly throw a spiral. Put your index finger near the tip, set your feet, and release. Ooh, didn't mean for that to happen. Luckily, Advanced Window Products can help you. Advanced Window Products is Utah's #1 replacement window manufacturer, and we are here to help you invest in your home. Whether it's replacing broken windows or just updating your home to new window technology. Call us today for a free no-pressure quote.
When Brent Brown Toyota in Orem became the #1 Toyota dealer in the nation in customer loyalty, our sales surged. That continued explosive growth leaves us without the amount of used cars to meet demand. Paying unheard of prices for trade-ins, or we'll just buy your car outright at Brent Brown Toyota in Orem.
KSL Sports brought to you by Heidemann and Associates. As the T-Wolves looking to kick off, Brensing.
Little Zombie Nation to enjoy as you came back from break there.
Man, it is so loud.
Love high school football, man.
Brensing's going to just bomb this one out of the back of the end zone.
That's more like we saw week 1 right there.
It goes out the back of the end zone.
That first
for
one, a little bit of a line drive, didn't get to the end
ball,
zone. But when he
first
gets
and
his
10
foot
from the
into it, he
20-yard
can
line.
absolutely boot it.
Well, tonight's game brought to you by Heidemann and Associates. It's a flat rate law firm that completely focused on you. Get free consultation by calling 801-472-7742 or go to utah.law to find the office nearest you. That's Heidemann and Associates as the Utes will take over on their own 20-yard line.
You can see you want to do something here, Mark. They are in danger of really letting this get out of hand.
Pick up to pass. Complete to Jarman, and that's good for 5 yards.
Pick up pass complete to Jarman.
Solid comeback route there for Jarman. An easy
Out
pitch
to
and
the
catch there for
25-yard
JD
line.
Pickup, and makes it
Brings
very
up
second and
second and
manageable
5.
here.
As the clock will continue to run, we're down to 1 minute left here in the first quarter. Utes still trying to get on the board. T-Wolves have quite the student section, but they get a good fan base here.
Got a lot of school pride.
Vanderwerk on the pitch,
Pitch to Vanderwerk.
and I think it may
Loss
have been
of
a
one.
loss of one there
Brings
on the
up
play.
2nd down and 6.
I believe Iosefo and Price coming in to combine for that tackle, for the tackle for loss there. Great job by them.
That'll bring up 3rd and 6 here for the Utes. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
If they get it off. Because they're
They're not running the play clock. They got the play clock out there, but
yeah, they're not running it. You're right.
pick up. Just going to be a QB keeper up the middle. And that will be the last play of the quarter. It'll
Pick
bring
up
up
with the quarterback
4th
keeper.
down.
Gain
It'll
of
be
about 3.
4th and 2 when we come back.
That's
Presented
the-
by Brent Brown Toyota and brought to you by Heidemann Associates. Mark Winterton, Jake Hatch bringing you this action tonight here. It's the UNA Utes coming into town to take on the Timpanogos T-Wolves as it is 14-0 as we get ready to start the second quarter. 4th and 2. I imagine the Utes will punt away as we see Ushery back there. Advanced Windows, fall window sale, $2,000 off, 10 windows or more, 60 months, 0 interest, financing available, limited time only, 801-950-9100. As this one, Hunter fields it, he's across the 50, brought down right around the 46-yard line.
Hunter returns the ball.
That was Ushery, assisted by number
Out to the Uintah
55.
46. It'll be 1st and 10 T-Wolves.
As Taze Johnson on the tackle. The punter flying down the field.
Hey, sometimes you got to go make the play.
So it'll be 1st and 10 inside Ute territory for the T-Wolves now, heading south on this football field. As the sun has gone down here at Timpanogos High School. Riggs gives to Bretsing. Bretsing's got the blocking, avoiding some tackles. He'll pick up maybe 2.
Bretson carries out on the right side.
Great job by
Out to the
Ushery
44-yard
once
line,
again with
gain
that
of 2,
tackle
brings
there.
up 2nd down and 8.
Made the initial contact, ultimately brought him down. Great job by them limiting that gain, obviously. That pull action by Timpanogos, it's a really, really good run action with those two guys coming from the backside to the play side.
Riggs looking to pass, and he's going to air this one out. Deep. Oh, just barely incomplete. Jamison Jones.
Incomplete, out to Jones.
Jones going to rue not bringing that one in. He put that right in the breadbasket. It was right on his hands. You got to haul that pass in, young man. That's one that you're like, I'm the hero if I bring this ball in.
Well, I was half expecting just to see 2, and then I see a 5 at the end.
You said 2-5, yeah. Well, good point.
So Livingston here, the near side, as Riggs gives to Bretzing. Bretzing, right side. And that's going to be Brody Rhodes on the tackle.
Bretzing with the carry.
Great job by Rhodes. Nice form
Out to the
tackle.
42-yard line.
Striking him head on,
Brings up
obviously.
4th and 6.
And making it 4th. And you got to think about it here. It's no man's territory. So, I mean, yeah, they're going to go for it. Here's
That's the wrestler in Rhodes.
Well, great job by him. He met the ball carrier head on. Great form tackle there.
Yeah, 4th and 6 here for the T-Wolves, and Riggs all alone. Looking to go up to Livingston. Colton. They are going to throw a flag.
Brings it pass, goes incomplete.
That's what I was worried about last time, Mark. You got that contact all the way down the field. You don't turn your head. You're going to force the official to make a decision, and that time the side judge here decided, you know what, that's enough contact to throw the PI flag.
Well, and he's got a different official, too, on this side of the field, whereas they've been on the other side, and that official's kind of been a little more lenient. He's kind of let some things go.
Right. Yep, different officials interpret it different ways.
So
the result in a first down.
Pass interference will move this ball up to... Now, how is that? Is that still a 15-yard penalty? Where do they...
PI? 15 yards, yeah.
So that's going to move it down inside the 30. 27-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
Pass interference on the play. Good for a T-Wolf.
A different little formation here. Bretzing lined up behind Riggs as Riggs looks to pass across the middle there. Well, post pattern, I think, to Harvey. Parker Harvey.
Riggs pass was incomplete, intended for Harvey. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
This PA system is all over the place tonight, folks. You can pick it up through our mics. 9% certain you can.
Well, and he's off, too.
Yeah.
He'll say 2nd down when it's 3rd down. And Riggs on 2nd down here, all alone, and it's completed pass to, that is...
that Graff
Riggs'
again.
pass complete to Josh Kraft.
Was that Graff?
Yep, the older brother of the 2 Graffs you'll see on offense here. Josh wearing number 9.
3rd and 2.
Gabe, who scored the last touchdown, wearing number 17.
I saw number 5 for a second. I had to hesitate. Bretzing up the middle, and he just bull rushes this. He's got the first, I believe.
Carry up the middle.
Yeah, Brody Rhodes with a nice tackle
Gets
there.
a 2-yard gain.
That is an absolute load when he puts that head down and shoulders forward. That's hard to bring down, and gets the 3 yards and needed to move the sticks once again.
Well, what did Coach Heaps tell us? That he put on 20 pounds over last year?
He did, yes.
And I'm sure it's all muscle. He's a big kid. Pass intended for Graff. Graff.
Riggs' pass intended for Josh Kraft. Falls incomplete.
Again, that
6'4"
frame can't go up and get that one.
Vanderwerk got away with a little tug there right at the end of that play. That could easily have been another pass interference, it felt like. But hey,
I saw it. I saw it, and I think Graff was wondering about it.
If they don't see it, they can't call it.
And so it'll be 2nd and 10 inside the 20. Play action. And the pass intended for Livingston, and he drops it.
Yeah, that's a straight drop. You rarely see that from Luke Livingston. He put that right on his numbers, and he dropped that. That's a shocker.
A great pass by Riggs.
Yeah, he put it right on him. Livingston's beating himself up over. You can tell he's shaking his head over there, saying, man, I should have had that. Should have been easy 6.
Right in the breadbasket. That's one where you...
And Colton's been right on him all night.
Tight formation here. Riggs to pass, and he'll release it. Almost caught there by Graff, but both defender and receiver kind of lost their balance.
Yeah, Graff was asking for a call. I'm not sure what he was asking for on that. That was just tangled feet. That happens in football. Play on.
That was a Vanderwerk on the defense.
Yep.
Gonna bring out a kicker. Here comes Tyson Miller. Or Bretzing. Bretzing to kick it.
Bretzing.
Bretzing's their field goal kicker.
He's
I
got
mean,
he's got a leg for it. They're going to have a false start here.
Well, and that one's good. That is the thing, is Parker doesn't have the leg for it. Maybe more accuracy.
Mm-hmm. You're going to force him to back it up 5 yards. Are we still talking about this? We're trying to figure out what's going on here. Yeah, false start. So it'll be 4th and 15. It'll make it about, let's see, it's going to be a 40.
4th and 15.
Yeah, 42-yarder, right?
Depending on where he goes, where this holder goes down. Is this 43, 42?
Waiting to see where he goes down.
44? I don't know what's going on. What in the world?
Oh,
okay.
They had backed up way too much.
Yeah.
Actually going to make it about a 39-yarder.
Yep.
Pressing to attempt a 39-yard field goal.
And how many cheerleaders do the T-Wolves have?
A lot.
I think, some of these are like junior high.
Yeah, it looks
we
like
got junior high and middle school.
Oh, we got elementary school over here.
A bunch of younger ones.
It might be junior Timberwolf night. They have those with the high schools where they bring in the younger cheerleaders from the various youth teams. Justin DeCole, the head coach of Uintah, is asking for an explanation of some sort here. I'm not 100% certain. Hold on. We're backing it up another 5 yards?
I don't know.
Did Coach DeCole just get away with an extra 5-yard penalty?
DeCole said, you didn't go back enough.
You did, though. They already went back to 5.
Some more.
Okay, the original line of scrimmage is where, gentlemen? It was 4th and 10. Then we go 5 yards from there.
Talk it out in your head. That's all you got to do, guys.
And here we go. We have finally figured it out. All right, so it will be a 39-yard field goal attempt here for
White
Brett
Hat's
Singh.
thinking about
After
dinner
all
tonight.
that.
The hold is good. The kick is long enough, but it is no good. Wide and right.
Hey, great job there by Uintah's defense. Number 75, Kelton Bingham, coming through, getting a hand up, maybe making him think about it a little bit.
From their own 22.
Brett Singh's got the leg to do it, but
hey, that's two stops for this Uintah defense. They're only down 2 scores still in this game, so they got to be feeling at least somewhat decent about their chances right now. They can get some offense going here. They can get back into this.
plenty of time. 9:45 left to go here in the second quarter. Of course, this game brought to you by Igloo Outfitters. That's IGLU Outfitters. The coziest wearable sleeping bag has you covered during these chilly days and nights. Worry no more about the weather and watch your favorite team in comfort with Igloo Outfitters. You can go to iglooOutfitters.com, enter Rewind for a $20 off. That's Igloo Outfitters, IGLU Outfitters.com. Ushery in motion. Pick up to pass. And it's a catch, pass and catch to Vanderwark. And a flag comes in.
Flag on the play.
Maybe a late hit?
Maybe. I didn't see much in that play. Did you see anything?
No, maybe a face mask?
Yeah, there's always that chance. We'll see.
I mean,
if it's anything like this last penalty, it may take an act of Congress to finally figure it out.
It could have been a pass interference.
Well, Timpanogos is backing up like it's on them.
But the pass interference would only give him another 5 yards.
So we got a face mask personal foul.
T-Wolves.
So that's 15 yards. It's an easy 15 yards right there.
Yeah. Well, no, they just gave him 5.
It'll be a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, it's a 15-yarder. They don't have the...
What's he doing?
Do they still have the incidental in high school? I thought they got rid of it.
I think they got rid of it. I think it's all 15.
It's all 15 now,
That's
right?
why I didn't know why he stopped after 5.
What are you doing, dude? Like, come on. We just had almost Coach DeCole get away with a 10-yard false start penalty, and we just about had a face mask go for 5.
First and 10 from the 48.
You know, we're making this up as we go along. It's whose line is it anyways all of a sudden?
Is that what it is?
Great TV show,
Vanderwark in motion. Pick up. Quick release to Vanderwark, and he drops it.
Oh, Vanderwark lost it, kind of right.
Probably good, though.
Well, he had Timpanogos closing down on him there.
Second down.
That would have been a loss of yardage anyway, and so it'll be 2nd and 10 with the incomplete pass.
Yeah, Cody Hawks was closing down very quickly on that. Probably would have absolutely brought him down for a loss there. So it's back to 2nd and 10 here. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mark. Do we have a number 99 playing cornerback right there?
Oh, yeah, it looks like it.
I don't have a 99 on my roster, so...
Is it 89?
I don't have an 89 either, so...
Well,
Good times.
That's a run to O'Baggy up the middle, and he keeps on his feet, and he'll pick up 5.
Great job by O'Baggy, just churning those
middle.
feet. He's just running through tackles there.
5.
Great pickup. Makes it third and very, very
3rd and 5.
convertible here for this offense. 3rd and 5, you do all kinds of things here. And especially the plus side of the 50, this is 2-down territory probably for you and I would imagine. You could easily run this and then pass it on 4th.
And we're down to 9 minutes left to go in the second quarter. That's Vanderwerk in motion. Pick up. Going to release it to Vanderwerk. He makes a quick move there, and he'll pick up maybe a yard, maybe 2. They're going to say he got up to the 45.
Did you see that hit that Tyson Miller just put on him?
The what?
What a hit Tyson Miller just put on Vanderwerk there, driving him backwards. But, hey, they're going to give him, what, forward progression? No gain?
They did not give him any forward progression. Because I thought he got up to about the 45.
Okay, so they are going to kick it away here, it looks like.
Yeah, 4th down. Ushery comes out to punt this one away. DeCall yelling something into Rhodes.
Is it DeCall or DeCole?
DeCall.
DeCall, my apologies. Coach DeCall.
Yeah, his dad actually was the athletic director. I mean, I think he taught there at Uintah for years, and DeCall graduated from Uintah, but of course had quite the coaching career around the state of Utah as the flag comes in here on the return.
Hunter with the return.
Well, that's going to be a block in the back there on
Out about the 30-yard line. There's a flag on the play.
Great return all the same, though.
Yeah, Hunter on the return. And
Hunter's slippery, man. He's really, really good at that. Still need to find out who number 99 is playing cornerback here. So I'm almost 100%. That's 99, right?
I have to see where he went.
He's right down here. He's right here on the sideline.
Illegal block in the back by the T-Wolves.
They're going to be a block in the back, so there you go. I'm going to back him up a little bit.
He called it.
It was really the only thing I saw there was either a hold or a block in the back, but
It'll
I didn't see him grab a jersey.
It is 99, and, yeah, we don't have a 99 on our roster.
We'll have to ask for that at halftime, get a number update. Maybe send Gavin to ask him down in the box to see who number 99 is by chance.
So Uintah had like over 100 and there was over 130 kids that came out for football this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. It's more than a lot of programs around the state can say.
Right. This is a little reverse to McCann. McCann makes a move, and he'll tiptoe along the outside out of bounds. He stays in. He's across the 50, the 40, the 30, 20, 10, touchdown, T-Wolves.
I don't know how Dash McCann stayed in bounds on that play, but an incredible dash.
85-yard touchdown run.
Pardon the pun. Great touchdown there for Timpanogos.
I thought for sure they were going to signal out of bounds,
but
he just keeps going.
He tiptoed the sideline and was off to the races at that point, and nobody was going to catch him. Really, really nice touchdown there for Timpanogos.
Amazing footwork, right?
We've got a sideline warning against...
Sideline warning.
Probably against Timpanogos.
Okay. It was obviously a warning the first time.
Yeah, I mean, at that point...
Parker Harvey out to attempt the PA.
That's where the refs running up the sideline. And
they were tracking it the entire way.
They're getting excited, and I'm sure he ran into someone.
The side judge was right on it. He would have seen that. He was right there. So great touchdown run for Dash McCann.
Ooh. What a grab by the holder. He about didn't get a hold of it,
21,
and he scooped it up.
0. T-Wolves on your feet.
Nails it.
Song.
Well, we'll be back after this quick break. Boy, a dagger on that one. What was that, 80 yards?
No, it was about 70-ish.
85 yards?
It was 85 yards. Okay, so here's the thing. McCann, he was tiptoeing that sideline. I watched that side judge. I was waiting for him to wave his arms like, hey, he's down. But he never did. And McCann, once he broke past that first wave of Uintah defenders, he was off to the races, and there was no other Uintah player that had an angle to bring him down. Great touchdown run for Dash McCann. That's going to be a highlight reel play he's going to hold on to forever.
85 yards for McCann. Touchdown. T-Wolves up 21-0, 7:33 left to go here in the second quarter as Bretzing's going to knock this one out of the back of the end zone.
I love Bretzing.
Vanderwerk back there to receive, not going to have a chance.
He doesn't even follow through. It's like a drive, a person hitting a driver in golf and just stopping when they contact the ball. He just punches it and then it goes. I love it.
His legs are like telephone poles.
Yeah, they are. And trust me,
it just swinging them.
He generates enough power. There's no doubt about it.
And so the Utes will take over on their own 20-yard line, unable to. They've got into their own territory once tonight. They've got 7 minutes. Any kind of momentum going into half needs to start now, as it's a give to O'Baggy. And O'Baggy's got a little bit of a hole, and he'll get 5 on the play.
I like the way O'Baggy runs. He's just no nonsense, right up the gut, finds a hole and just drives forward, and great pickups. Second and 4 is very manageable here for this Uintah offense. The problem is it seems like they get into theyese manageable downs and distances, and they've found a way to screw it up.
Well, O'Baggy not the biggest back out there. I mean, he's nothing. You can't even compare him to Bretzing, but he's strong.
He is, and trust me, like I said, it's no nonsense running. Find a hole, drive forward. I like his running style.
Pickup looked like he was trying to get the defense to jump there on 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you can go on the same count for a while, might as well try it, right? And we got a timeout.
And now we got a timeout. Uintah will take one as well.
Timeout,
Football on Rewind Sports. I'm Mark Winterton, Jake Hatch, bringing you some exciting action here from Timpanogos High School. Brings up 2nd and 4 here for the Utes. J.D. Pickup on the QB keeper.
Pickup with the quarterback keeper.
Looks like he's going to get a couple on this one, Jake.
Little sprint option look there. Timing got screwed up with the running back there on
Let him hear you. 32.
O'Baggy got going too soon for Pickup, but Pickup picking up yardage. 3rd and 2. You should be able to convert this here in theory.
In theory.
Yes. And we have got so we got an official's timeout for an equipment issue of some sort for Uintah.
Let's see, Colton went out of the game, and Vanderwerk coming into the game.
Oh, maybe some blood. Looks like he's got a trainer checking him out. Ooh, look at this big package.
Runner. It's a give to O'Baggy, and O'Baggy pushes forward. He's got the first.
Hey,
in fact, fairly easily.
I like that.
I don't understand why they don't run it more.
Drive forward. O'Baggy's picking up good yardage right now. Obviously, you're down 21-0, but you still got time in this half. You got 6 minutes and change here to go still in the second quarter. So I would, lean on number 4 for a minute here. See what he can do.
Yeah, let him run. And he's the type of kid that I feel like the more you let him run, the harder he's going to run.
Dace O'Baggy, correct?
Yeah.
Great name.
Yeah, just a junior. Him and, of course, Pickup, both juniors on this Utes team. As Pickup, play action, rolls right. Complete pass to Jarman, out of bounds.
Ooh, Nash Price, got to be careful there. Got mighty close to hitting him out of bounds. Would have drawn a 15-yard penalty there for the late hit out of bounds, but got away with it there. Still a great pickup all the same. For
I got a flag on this side.
Oh. Do we got another sideline warning here?
Ineligible receiver downfield.
Preliminary signal is illegal man downfield.
Ah, man, that's a killer. That's an absolute killer for that Uintah offense. So
it stays first down.
Yeah, instead of a pickup of making it 2nd and manageable, 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6, you're not looking at 1st and 15.
Yeah.
That's a killer. Those are the type of penalties that drive you insane as a coach because it's easy for an offensive lineman to kind of get lost out there.
How do you get that on a pass play, though, like that? Ineligible man down
with that RPO action, you can only go 2 yards downfield. It's the rule.
This one, reverse.
That was a Utah pass. That was a shovel pass.
Yeah, shovel forward.
Up the middle.
Ushery gets about 2 on the play.
Yeah, about 2 brings up.
I like the play design. Unfortunately, Timpanogos was ready for it and sniffed it out from the get-go.
That pickup tying his shoe.
Oh, you got to get going here. You got 18 seconds. So
it was one of the linemen.
I was going to say, Young man, you got to pick it up here, son.
That's why we tape our shoes.
Here's Jacob Workman there was tying his shoe.
Pickup rolling near side here. Pass thrown, almost intercepted, intended for Ushery.
Pickup's pass almost intercepted.
Hunter.
Again, brings up.
Hunter read
Third
that
down.
the entire
Let's
way
hear it, T-Wolves.
and broke on it nicely. He's just unfortunate. He kind of let that ball slide through his hands and then off of his shoulder pads into the ground. That's a big break for the Uintah offense.
That'll bring up 3rd and 13. 4:43 left to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, this is tough to watch Uintah do this because they had a good thing going there for a second, but you have that penalty. It's a drive killer.
Yeah, they've had a couple of different.
And I'm not saying they can't
things.
pick this up here, but it's just 3rd and 13 is much different than being at second and 6.
Little mistakes, right? Ushery in motion, and it's a pitch to Ushery. He's got about 10 yards on the pickup, almost.
Good
see where they mark
Ushery.
Around the edge.
I'm going to mark him. It's going to be about a 4th and 6 based on that preliminary spot from the side judge over there.
I imagine they'll punt this one away.
I would think so.
There
This
we go.
down in
4th
distance,
and 5.
just obviously where the game is right now.
Yeah, 4 minutes left to go. You want to kick this one away and just try and hold Timpanogos from scoring here. Hunter back to receive. Ushery to punt. Ushery's punt, going to go far side. Out of bounds. That was not a good punt.
We'll see where they mark this.
We saw a great punt where he punted at, 65 yards earlier in the game.
So they're going to mark it
Punt goes out of bounds.
43.
It's actually not that. So that's actually a grand total of about a 20-yard punt at the end of it.
Well, it still puts T-Wolves back in their own territory. Back in their own territory.
Mm-hmm. Backs them up a little bit.
Bretzing lined up behind Riggs here. And now we got a big motion. What do you call that?
Well,
Bretzing getting hit in the backfield, tackle for a loss.
What I like to say is Jonah Mamea from his defensive end spot making a huge play there.
Brings up 2nd and 13.
Tackle for a loss there. Great job by him. That was more of a, I don't know what you call them. It's a reverse motion is what I think they kind of refer to it as.
Okay.
The whole idea is just get a look from the defense, honestly.
That trips here to the near side. And pass complete to Livingston. And Livingston makes a move. Spins. And it's going to be brought down by Rhodes. Brody Rhodes on the tackle. It'll be a first down.
Now it's obviously dangerous to get that ball into Luke Livingston's hands. Jonah Mamea was about a step away from getting a huge sack once again there. Starting to make some havoc on that defensive line for Uintah.
Riggs to pass, and he'll release this one.
Oh.
Well, overthrows his receiver.
Mason Brown, had he read that ball a little bit better, he might have been able to break on that and pick it off. That was an overthrow by Riggs. Oops, Jones, I apologize.
You know what? It's hard to. You were looking.
Talking about for Uintah.
Oh, for Uintah.
The defensive player had a chance to break on it, so yeah, my apologies.
And it's a give to Bretzing. And Bretzing. He's got a first. There was a flag thrown, bouncing off tacklers, and he just ran that guy over.
Run out.
Well, he ran about 40 yards. Unfortunately, for one of his offensive linemen, he had a holding call that's going to negate all of that.
Ends up being Rhodes that brings him down, but that one coming back.
Yeah,
and they are saying holding, yes.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there because that was a big, big play. The Bretzing, as you mentioned, was bouncing off dudes. Had a great thing going there, but it's going to back him up as a result.
You know, after a run like that, is that a momentum builder?
We'll see.
Or is it a killer?
Well, here's the thing. It really depends on the team. So I referenced BYU earlier on in this game. Last week, their offense did what Uintah's done all night long. Have a couple good plays, have a drive-killing penalty. That's what Uintah's been doing all night long. Timpanogos, this is really their first big penalty of this game. We're going to see how it affects their offense. Now it's 2nd and 20. This is much more difficult to pick up.
Man in motion, and Riggs will look to pass. Going to dump it off to Bretzing over in the flat. Bretzing cuts it back. Ushery not able to bring him down. And Bretzing is
Riggs' swing pass out to Bretzing.
kind of gang tackled
Game
there.
about 16-17.
You asked about a drive killer or a drive momentum. That's momentum. Bretzing is just an absolute bowling ball out there.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
He's a little gassed after those last 2 plays. Going to take a breather.
Well, Robinson comes in, and it's Riggs going deep down the right line. Sideline to Livingston. Touchdown.
All right. I'm not sure Chase Riggs could have delivered that pass any better. All Riggs had to do is put his hand out. Ball landed in hand. 6 points is the result.
Well,
what an incredible pitching
And there was a lot of hand fighting going on there.
And Colton was right there. But what a pinpoint placement by Chase Riggs on that touchdown pass.
Harvey
Like I said, you're not going to see an easier
touchdown.
touchdown reception for Luke Livingston this season.
You know, we talk a lot about Livingston and how amazing a receiver he is and how, you know, you just get the ball into his hands. But that delivery right there.
That's called throwing it to a point and putting it on a guy. That was an
extra
incredible
point is good.
play.
And we've seen that many times from Riggs.
Utes 0.
We'll be back after a quick break. KSL Sports. It's Timpanogos football. Bretzing to kick off. What a pass by Riggs to Livingston.
Man.
Delivered that one right on the money as Bretzing's going to knock this one out of the back of the end zone. That one didn't even touch the end
Out the
zone.
back of the end zone.
I don't know what Luke Livingston and Chase Riggs like post-high school like prospects are, but that is a play for both of their highlight reels. They're going to be like, watch this. Magic happens.
It's almost like they have chemistry together, the two of them. And I wondered, and I don't know their history, but how much did they play before high school together?
Based on what I understand, a lot of these kids from Timpanogos have come up through the youth ranks together. Livingston's been kind of been a T-Wolf for a long time. I think the same thing with Riggs. So when you have that obviously that connection with one another, it's phenomenal. And the only problem with Riggs has been just the injuries the past 2 years. When he's been out there, he's been electric. Broken collarbone last year, had a thumb injury earlier this season.
Well, the Utes find themselves down 28-0. Pickup to pass. Quick pass to O'Baggy. O'Baggy in the flat. Avoids a couple of tackles, and he going to pick up about 7 yards on the play.
I like how Baggy plays the game. He's no nonsense, just driving forward, picking up the yards that he can pick up.
2nd and 2.
So it'll be 2nd and 2 here for the Utes.
Yeah, excuse me, Jesse King on the tackle there after all that.
And King just a sophomore. Another young player.
Flag on the play.
False start there. Looked like the left tackle got an early start on that play. Yet again, another penalty that's going to hurt Uintah when they had some momentum going after a good first down play.
5-yard penalty to make 2nd and 7.
You clean some of this stuff up. Uintah's not necessarily like they have not been bad on offense. Just been killing themselves with these penalties.
.230 left to go here in the first half. 2nd and 7. Derek Hardy, the far receiver there, as pickup drops back to pass, airs it out. Colton, and it is going to be incomplete. Colton can't get his hands underneath it.
Incomplete. Intended for Colton.
Colton had that right in the breadbasket. Just needs to finish the catch there. It was close to it. JD Pickup a little shaken up on that play, getting up a little slowly there. Hopefully he's okay. He's been really, really good in this game so far, and they need him to stay upright.
I don't even know who their backup quarterback is.
Well, based on what I read earlier today, the backup is supposedly Kasten Ushery.
Oh, Ushery.
So I don't know, but I could be wrong about that. But just based on the statistics and the like, it mentioned him as the backup quarterback.
Pickup. Quick pass there to Colton. Colton, I don't think he's going to get anything.
Great tackle there by Iosefo. Great job by him coming and just driving him in the ground. Pile driving him.
Timeout T-Wolves.
Timeout by Timberwolves. Obviously, to preserve the clock here and 2-minute opportunity coming up. We'll take a timeout with them.
It's Timpanogos football right here on KSL Sports Rewind.
With halftime coming up, don't forget to head out to Titan's Den. Get yourself a Titan dog, hamburger, cheeseburger, nachos.
Here in the first half.
Throwing it back to 2003 with the music on that bump back there.
You know what? That's the only time that the music was good. Was back.
Hey, that's my
during our era.
I'm not saying it's great music. Let me tell you. Oh, geez, nearly got that one blocked.
Almost like a rugby style. He was delayed there, and Hunter takes the fair catch, and the T-Wolves will take over on their 47-yard line.
Laundry down after that play. 2 different spots. I wonder what the call are going to be here.
Laundry on the field.
Somebody talking, and John said the magic word. We're about to find out.
What did the PA announcer mean by that?
I have no idea.
And I didn't even. That was something against Timpanogos.
Personal foul on the T-Wolves.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's going to make it marginally harder for them to go down and score with this 2-minute offense. But, hey, got a minute 50 to work with. And I believe they have, what, 2 of their timeouts? Do we? I don't know if
I don't have that as far as how many timeouts we got.
I think they have 2. I only recall them taking the 1, obviously, to preserve the time right before the punt.
Well, this will back the T-Wolves up to their own 32. Bretzing in motion, and it's a quick pass to Bretzing. Hauls it in, and he will push forward
for
about 7 yards.
Out of bounds.
Kobe Sharp ultimately ushering him out of bounds there and getting credited with the tackle. But nice pick up of 6 yards on first down here. And the best part is, only cost you 6 seconds because he got out of bounds there.
Riggs all alone in the backfield here. And another quick pass. Ooh, almost intercepted.
That Graff,
pass complete to Josh Graff.
Josh Graff going low to get that one. That was fired in there, but he got his hands underneath it.
It's like it was Jake Murray that would trying to jump in there to get that, defend that. As Riggs going to air this one out again to Livingston, and Livingston going to haul it in.
Oh, this pass complete to Luke Livingston.
Wow, I'm not
out to the 24-yard line.
I'm not 100% certain he had secured that ball before out of bounds, but nonetheless, they still called it complete and a big play for Timpanogos. He was juggling that going out of bounds, I felt like.
Well, and that was Hunter Funk on defending him. And Livingston was just headed that way, so that's almost luckily.
Josh Graff on a quick out there to stop the clock after a gain of 3 or 4 there.
Minute 20 left on the clock here, and we're going to have a Uintah timeout. Timpanogos football right here on KSL Sports Rewind, as it is going to be 2nd and about 7 here for the T-Wolves. After that Graff pass at out of bounds, as airs it out. Livingston touchdown.
Well, Riggs paid the price there. He took a shot right to the ribs by number 66, Jacob Workman, coming in on that blitz. Still delivers the pass on time and accurately to Luke Livingston, and another 6 PAT pending will give us the mercy rule in effect for the running clock.
The PAT.
By the way, what a throw with a man right in your grill coming in to take your ribs out there by Chase Riggs. Man's throw there.
Well, Livingston went up, got it, touchdown, and we're 35-0.
Extra point is good. Bring the score. T-Wolves 35, Utes 0. Hey, I know it sounds familiar. On your feet.
When Brent Brown Toyota in Orem became the #1 Toyota dealer in the nation in customer loyalty, our sales surged. That continued explosive growth leaves us without the amount of used cars to meet demand, paying unheard of prices for trade-ins, or we'll just buy your car outright at Brent Brown Toyota in Orem.
It's Timpanogos football right here on KSL Sports Rewind. Mark Winterton along with Jake Hatch. As we are going to see a mercy rule here, Jake.
Yep, 35-point lead in Utah High School football means running clock until you get it back within 35 points.
And it has really been the Riggs-Livingston show.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The last 2 touchdowns, they have connected on fantastic touchdown throws, and as they should, considering they are probably the 2 best players on this football field.
As Bretzing will smack this one.
Man, he gets a lot of distance on that ball.
He kicks it so hard.
Bretzing's kick out of the end zone yet again for touchback. It'll be 1st and 10. Utes from their own 20.
I would say the only thing he could improve on is getting some height on it, you know?
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter, I guess, if you just
can I point
line
out,
drive it out of bounds.
Yeah, can I point out that scoring drive for Timpanogos took all of 35 seconds.
Was that it?
They had a minute 50 when we got that kick. They got that pump back, and 1:15 left. 35 seconds.
Did they start at
about a 70-yard drive?
70 yards.
That big play to Luke Livingston and the touchdown pass to Luke Livingston. 2 big chunk plays, leading the way to that touchdown.
Pick up to pass, and it's intercepted.
Brighton Tate read that perfectly, and he's going to draw a flag for spiking it like Gronk. But hey, that's a touchdown all the same. Great pick six for Brighton Tate. Great play by him. Read it perfectly. That swing route, he just popped up, tapped it, picked it up, and waltzed into the end zone for another touchdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, so that penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
Correct.
Now we get to see Bretzing actually kick it, and we'll possibly get a return.
Will he follow through this time and see if he can still really get it to the end zone on that kick?
Yeah, it's a good question.
It's a big test of that leg on him.
Because he's going to kick it off from.
Well, they're discussing it right now.
Like the 25.
Mark this on the kickoff, guys.
Are they gonna mark it on the extra point?
Well, here's the thing. Brighton Tate walked up like he was Gronk and just absolutely spiked it into the turf there, and he's celebrating. I get it. It's a huge play. Defensive ends don't typically get pick sixes, so I understand him celebrating that. But
yeah, he tipped that one right to himself.
Oh yeah, it was a great play. He read it, tipped it out of the air. It was not enough pace on the pass out of the backfield from pickup, and Tate just had to tip it, take it, and score it. And we will finally get to the PAT here, as they will assess that on the kickoff, like Mark already mentioned.
The PAT.
Took all 5 officials to figure that out, but hey.
Is that something that you can decide?
I believe so, but in this circumstance, why would you take it on the kickoff? It's not going to affect anything. You being down 41-0 to take it on the PAT.
Extra point, right?
Yeah.
Extra
And
point
Harvey's
is good.
Gonna knock that one through.
Timberwolves 42, Utes 0. I've got deja vu. How about you? On your feet.
Oh, that wasn't even Harvey, I think, that kicked it. I'm not sure who that was.
We will keep it here, as they are going to go quick here on this kickoff. Well, that is 2 touchdowns in the span of 10 seconds, folks.
Well, 1:10 left to go. Uintah's not going to have very much time. They really need to have a big kickoff return right here.
You need to set yourself up to have any chance of getting points before halftime, obviously. It has really spiraled in the second quarter for Uintah. They were hanging tough there right at the start of that. Remember, the start of the second quarter, it was still 14-0. 28 points, and all of a sudden it is out of control. But it shows you, Timpanogos, they are lights out.
Well, now we really get to see what Bretzing can do with that leg.
All right, 25-yard line. That's 75 yards to the end zone, folks. Let's see what he can do.
Because you know he's going to give it everything he's got.
He may squib this, though. Watch this.
Oh, I hope he gives it. Oh, we got an offsides, and he just pounds that.
That was a 70-yard kick. That was to the 5. Wow. So he's going to have it at the 20?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
penalty on the field.
They're really going to test the length of his.
Most of your high school kickers can't even kick it on a normal kickoff to the 5.
He put that to the 5.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay, so he's on the 20 now. If he can go 70 yards again, that would put it at the 10 here.
That game that we called against Jordan, every single one of his kickoffs were touchbacks.
Yes, yeah. He did not give the returner a chance. And the only reason the returner might get a chance on this one is because, like I said, he's got to kick this 80 yards to get to the end zone.
Let's see if he can kick it further than 70. No. This one will come up a little bit short. Filled it around the 15. And it's Ushery. Ushery fakes a pass? What was that?
It's the double pass. I've seen that run before, and when it's run, it actually can be very effective. But he opted against that. Probably saw something he didn't like there.
But he looked like he was looking downfield, though.
It was enough that would have been lateral, obviously, and you can do that. But, yeah. So that kick went to the 16-yard line based on what I saw. So Still about a 65 70-yard kick, yeah. Hey, he's got a monster legs, folks. I wonder if they had a situation, like if they needed to win a game, how far out they would actually trust him to give it a boot.
To kick a field goal?
Just to see. We saw Murray
It'd be fun to see.
We saw Murray make a 59-yarder earlier this year.
Not a whole lot of accuracy. I mean, it's more of a, as Baggy stays on his feet. And he will be brought down by the whole Timpanogos team finally after a gain of 6 yards.
Yeah, Baggy's still fighting there. He's just scratching, fighting, clawing for any yardage he can get. It's a gain of 5 after all that.
Well, and see, this is what I would have expected. You know, you want to open up your run game at the beginning.
Control the clock, yeah.
And control the clock both.
Yeah.
Especially against a team like this that can put points up like that.
You need the ball control. You're right, absolutely.
And instead, you know, we haven't seen a whole lot of O'Baggy. But now, as we are, I mean, 6-yard pickup here. Mm-hmm. Another give to O'Baggy. This time he'll only get 2, but that's
O'Baggy with the carry.
He was met immediately.
Yeah.
But he hits that hole so hard, he still gets 2 yards.
He's driving forward. It's all about forward momentum, obviously, and getting any advantage you can as a running back there. You got to carry that forward. We are going to go not to halftime yet, or are we?
No, it's a halftime Uintah.
We got a timeout, Uintah.
I'm like, there goes the T-Wolves whole team.
Timpanogos is taking off, and hey, come back here, guys.
Now, if I'm over the play calling there, I'm running O'Baggy.
Might as well.
Probably more times than not.
In this situation, you call this timeout, you're probably trying to set up something downfield to see if you can just get a Hail Mary of some sort.
Well, we know Pickup's got the arm to do it.
The problem is, will he have the time to get it off? It's kind of been the issue.
It's a good question.
Bright
because
and Tate and the rest of that Timberwolves defensive line have been all over the place tonight.
Tate, King, all of them have been beating them up down there in the trenches. As Pickup will back up to throw, but he does not have any time, and he finally airs this one out. And that will do it for us.
Halftime. That's halftime, ladies and gentlemen.
T-Wolves
on
top.
Brighton Tate with the pressure once again there on that final play of the half.
We'll be back. Second half action to come.
With advanced window products here to give you some tips on how to properly throw a spiral. Put your index finger near the tip, set your feet, and release. Ooh, didn't mean for that to happen. Luckily, Advanced Window Products can help you. Advanced Window Products is Utah's #1 replacement window manufacturer, and we are here to help you invest in your home. Whether it's replacing broken windows or just updating your home to new window technology. Call us today for a free no-pressure quote.
Timpanogos football on Rewind Sports Network, presented by Brent Brown Toyota, brought to you by Heidemann & Associates. Mark Winterton, along with Jake Hatch, bringing you this action as we are ready to come back here. Second half. What can you expect?
Well, here's the thing. Uintah was hanging tough that second quarter. Timpanogos showed us exactly why they're one of the best teams in the 4A ranks. They piled on 28 points and almost broke no sweat in doing it. Absolutely incredible performance. And they lead at 42-0 here at halftime.
I wasn't completely impressed with the play calling on Uintah's part. Uintah's offense, they were calling plays that didn't seem like they were going to get them anywhere. Can we see anything different this half?
Well, they got to do something because they got the mercy rule in effect right now.
Of course, they will receive the ball as this one will go into the end zone. Vanderwerk back there.
Stretching's kicking to the end zone for a touchback.
It's another 65-yard boot,
by the way. 10.
He's got a leg.
20.
He can definitely kick it.
Always a big shout out to our train crew. The man behind the numbers, Jeremiah Hartsock, Byron Tanner, Colby Neely.
Down 42-0. You're probably going to see a lot of bench players for the T-Wolves come in, get some play action.
I'm not breaking any confidences at this point. It's a 42-0 ball game. Coach Heaps told us before the game if they got up big, they were going to sub in guys. They got a big game, huge game against Provo next week. Obviously, want to keep guys fresh if at all possible for that.
Well, Provo definitely one of those big teams in 4A that's going to be pushing for a state title. As pickup will pass, and he's going to push this one downfield, intended for
that's Iosefo,
number 6, and it was intercepted.
Pass intercepted.
Marley Iosefo there with a great break on that ball and a great interception.
Turn over to the T-Wolves.
Filling in for his older brother, MJ, tonight at middle linebacker spot.
It'll
Saw
be
that
first
pass
and 10.
Get-go, picked it off, and
from the Uintah
just
15.
like that, you win a man from bad to worse. I feel bad for the Utes right now.
Pass intended for Hardy.
Yeah, that's
Hardy, a baseball player.
Okay.
I watched that kid pitch, had the bases loaded, 3 straight strikeouts.
Oh, nice. So
against a Cottonwood team.
Got a good arm on him, huh?
Yeah. 3 straight strikeouts to seal the win. As this is handoff to, is that Robinson? That is Robinson with the carry.
Robinson off the right side.
Short pickup there, gaining 2 yards.
Gain of 3 brings up 2nd and 7.
Not sure what our PI guy is thinking because that's 2 yards, but that's not 3.
Yeah, it looks like 2 to me. Riggs, another play action there, and it's a give to that's the other back.
Out to Woodbury.
Woodbury. I had to
Gain of about 6.
remember. He's the 3rd string running back.
Thought for a second it was McCann out of the backfield. It's a good catch by
3 brings up 3rd and 4.
So Woodbury's the shifty guy.
Yeah, he's that little scat
Whereas
back.
Robinson and Bretzing are the run you over guys.
They're north-south runners.
Riggs again with those 2 backs in the backfield. And he is going to keep. No, he did not keep it. Looked like it was a give to Robinson.
Robinson with the carry.
And he'll pick up
Drop for about a 1-yard loss.
a loss of 1.
Big number 75 in the middle there, I believe. Kelton Bingham just dragging him to the turf there, ragdolling him there. Great play by Bingham from his defensive end spot in this defense. Funny that he is the biggest guy on that defensive line. Somehow he's playing out there on the edge.
So Bretzing's going to come in and attempt a field goal here. Looks like it's going to be about a 27-yarder. Bretzing's kick.
Bretzing's kick is good. 27-yard field goal.
So 45-0 here in the 3rd quarter. Timpanogos football right here on KSL Sports Rewind. Another score there for the T-Wolves. Just a field goal, though.
Just a field goal. 45-0, you know.
Bretzing to kick.
Cashing in on the interception once again. And good teams will make you pay for your turnover, and that's what Timpanogos has done all night long to this Uintah squad.
You know, they gave Bretzing a rest. He didn't run a single run play there. Instead, he comes out and kicks the field goal. So bomb this one. This one going to land just inside the end zone for a touchback.
Bretzing's kick for a touchback. 1st and 10, Utes.
Just a mere 61-yarder on that. I'm checking out how far did they go into the end zone now.
I know, right? Well,
gotta have some fun in a blowout here. We're gonna get weird, folks. Let's go.
You know, I'd like to see some O'Baggy. Give me some O'Baggy right now.
I'd like to. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. You're likely not to win this game, so start trying if you want to rep in game. O'Baggy, get him extra looks at this. Start repping this run game. You got nothing else to lose.
And I love pickup. I love his passing. Like, he's got an arm. He's fairly accurate, but when you don't have a whole lot of time, it's tough. It's tough to deliver a good pass. And so, you know what? Open up the run game. Let the run game a little more. As this is Ushery around the right side. And he's going to get past the 1st down marker.
Great job there by Ushery. Just motoring forward, breaking tackles.
Gain of about 13.
Gain of, what, is that 13-ish? Yeah, 13 yards.
1st and 10.
Great run there. And obviously that quick pitch on that motion is actually a really effective play when it's run right.
Well, a little Ushery and a little low baggy.
Mm-hmm.
Just run it. Just run the ball. Keep the clock going. Get a score on the board. Pick up in the gun. Got this time Colton in motion. We got a false start on the offense.
Flag on the play.
And again, that is what has been hurting the
False
Utes
start
team
by the
all
Utes.
night long.
Braden Murray got
It'll be a 5-yard
over
penalty.
his skis
Repeat first
as
down.
the
It'll be first and
defensive
15.
backed away into coverage, and it got him all over his skis. He kind of just fell forward there. It's tough to maintain your balance, but you got to keep poised.
So first and 15 now from their own 28-yard line.
With the mercy rule in effect, we're already under 6 minutes to go here in this third quarter.
It's going to go fast.
Down to 5 seconds here. Uintah's got to go.
Oh, they got the play clock going here.
Uh-huh.
1. And he gets it off.
Ooh, that
Quick
was
pass
close.
there to Vanderwerk. Vanderwerk quickly hit.
Pass out to Vanderwerk.
Maybe a yard.
Tackled immediately for no
See,
gain.
See,
Brings up second and 15.
That's the thing. That's why I hate the passing. I mean, it's a whole lot of short passes that result in nothing. Give it to O'Baggy. Give it to Ushery. Run the ball. Run the ball.
Yeah,
Run the ball.
The last tackle there, I don't have a number for that young man. No, actually, no, there we go. Carter Hall. Excuse me. Carter Hall with the tackle. My apologies.
And now it's a fumble by Pickup, and he just has to jump on this. This will bring up a third
Ball's loose. Pickup
and
falls on it.
20.
Never fun to have three big
Three.
linemen land on your quarterback, but you
Ball
got
down on the
to
20.
fall on those balls and get that ball back.
The third and 23.
Brings up third and 23.
4 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Clock will just run.
Uintah's taking too much time here getting these play calls in, Mark. They're already down to 10 seconds.
Well, and obvious. This is an obvious passing down. You're not going to run it on third and 23.
Yeah, but you got to go.
This one intended for Ushery. He's double
incomplete.
covered.
Brings up fourth down.
Carter Hall nearly had a pick six of his own there. Had he been able to secure that. Well, that's going to force a punt here.
Well, again, and I've already said this, but I have not agreed with most of the play calling here by Uintah, and I feel like that's actually what's put him in this situation tonight.
Absolutely an argument to be made for it. I agree with you.
Ushery to pump this one away, and a nice little end-over-end line drive, but it doesn't get past Hunter, and Hunter gets through a couple of defenders, brought down around the
Hunter returns the ball out to about the
45-yard
45-yard line. He will first and 10.
Big Jacob
From
Workman,
use
number
45.
66 there for Uintah, leading the tackle. And yet again, Timpanogos on the plus side of the field.
Well, you think we're going to see Riggs come out? I believe Canyon Clegg's their other quarterback, and I don't see him out there.
Riggs is in the game.
Riggs is still out there.
Yep.
Robinson in the backfield with him. We've seen Canyon Clegg run some plays for this T-Wolves team. Decent sophomore quarterback for them.
With how little Riggs has played this year, I'm not surprised that he's still playing in this game. I'll be honest. I know it may look bad, but he's just played so little so far this season.
Robinson with the carry.
At the same
Loss of
time,
two.
at the
Brings
same
up second
time,
and 12.
you got a quarterback that's been injured
Sure.
enough.
Yeah, obviously, yes. You got to be careful with that. Don't let him get any free shots on him. I think it's going to be a whole lot of handing the ball off here, honestly.
Well, I see Clegg down here warming up as Riggs will release this one, complete to his receiver there, number 84, Tate
Pass to Dawson
Dawson.
off the left side.
Yep, I just dumped my my two-deep sheet because we're going deep into this roster.
Goes
right
incomplete,
now.
brings up third down.
It's not going to do you any good at that point.
Nope. So I literally tossed it. I'm just using the actual roster they gave us coming into tonight's game because that's how deep we're going to go on this roster for Timpanogos.
Riggs all alone in the backfield, third and long here. And that will be complete. 8-yard pickup. Bring up
Riggs'
fourth.
pass complete.
Fourth and a long
Fourth and
four.
5.
Fourth and a long four here.
Apologies, couldn't get the number of that wide receiver. These green numbers under the lights actually is harder to see than it was in daylight.
This is when I need my binoculars. Incomplete pass, and that'll be a turnover on downs. And the Utes will
Turnover
have
on
another
downs.
shot.
We are down to
It'll be
1
first
minute.
and 10, you went the ball.
Do you change
At their
up
own
the play
40.
calling
You'd think so. Hey,
when it hasn't worked? Isn't that the definition of insanity?
yeah, keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. Yeah, you're right. Well, we may get to the quarter after just one play here for Uintah. Depends on how long they take, because they're already down to 10 seconds here. They're going to have to burn a timeout. Coach DeCole's got to see that and call the timeout here. Oh, no, here they just reset the clock. Okay, there we go.
Well, we're now down to 20 seconds left in the third quarter. That was a fast third quarter, and we're going to see a fast fourth quarter here as Vanderwerk in motion, and this is Ushery in at quarterback, actually. So a different quarterback.
Yep, I think they're just giving a different look here. So, but unfortunately, just an hourly snap there.
Fumble on the play
obviously,
for the
and
loss.
that's going to be a loss of what?
That'll be the end of the third quarter.
15.
With the score, T-Wolves
more than
45.
that.
It'll be
Uintah 0.
second and 25 when we come back.
Jeez, brutal.
It's Timpanogos football right here on KSL Sports Rewind. Mark Winterton along with Jake Hatch as we get ready to start the fourth and final quarter. This game brought to you by Advanced Windows. Fall window sale, $2,000 off 10 windows or more, 60 months, 0% interest financing available. It's limited time only. Call them. Advanced Windows, 801-850-9100.
Hey, Nate Orchard and his buddy Jake running Advanced Windows. They're both great dudes.
Ushery, Gibdo Baggy. Immediately hit. He bounces off the tacklers. Outside. He's across the 25. Maybe gets to the 30.
You want to talk about
Bullock with the
making
bounce,
something
carry
out of
and go.
nothing. Number 55,
For a
Matai
gain of about 3, brings
Toa,
up
absolutely stoned him
second
in the
and 21.
backfield. That guy had him on his stomach, and he kept his balance and then bounces it outside. But a gain of about 5-6 on that.
4.
Incredible play.
He got 4 yards
Yeah, there you go.
after a loss. Basically, he was looking at a loss. That's why I like this O'Baggy kid. He's just a hard runner.
He doesn't give up. And that, to his credit, he kept his balance on the play. That would have been very easy just to fall over.
Ushery, pass, intended for Colton, and almost intercepted in and
Ushery's
out of
pass
the hands
ball is
of
incomplete.
number 19, Forrest Corner,
Brings up fourth
Bedweiser.
down.
That's a great name. We talked about this in the opener at Jordan. Forrest Corner Betweiser is his name.
He's a corner.
Nearly had an interception. Yeah, corner who plays corner. Hey, that works. It's one of the only position he probably could play with that last name.
Forrest Corner, that's got a, okay, so it is hyphenated.
Yeah.
So it was a last name. It wasn't like a middle name given to him. As Ushery, he'll punt this one away. End over end.
Great kick.
And this is a return by, I think that's number 6. That's Trenton Lewis.
Josefa with the return.
Lewis, a senior for this T-Wolves team.
All right, we're going to see Clegg. We got the second string offensive line in there. Yeah, we got Clegg out there, I believe.
We're going to see the
It'll be
JV
first and 10
squad.
T-Wolves from their own 46.
That is Clegg.
Yep.
Clegg and
44.
Robinson in the backfield for the T-Wolves. Clegg just a sophomore for this T-Wolves team. And he'll give it to Robinson. Robinson powering forward, and he'll get 2. Under 10 minutes left to go here in the game.
Oh, the fact that Kenyon Clegg wears the number 32 as a quarterback. I love non-traditional quarterback numbers.
And another give to Robinson.
Robinson with the carry up the middle.
Another couple of yards, and they'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Gain of about 2.
Down to 9 minutes and 30
Brings up 3rd and
seconds.
6.
So BYU playing SUU. Big money deal for SUU.
A $500,000 worth, yep.
Really?
Yep. They paid Sam Houston last week $1.2 million, if you believe the reports. So.
I wonder if you could schedule your high school team with them.
Probably
We
not.
just want the
Woodbury with the
payout. We
carry.
just want the payout.
I had a chat with Coach Fitzgerald just a while ago about that. They played Arizona State last week. They're collecting about $1.1 million these first 2 weeks playing those 2 money games.
Good for another T-Wolf.
He said it's not worth it. Just you're up against it. And obviously, they almost beat Arizona State last week. But the back-to-back grind of that, Arizona State and then BYU, that's going to beat up some of their guys as they get ready for conference play.
As now we've got
snap.
a different quarterback in. This is number 41.
Jeez, we were getting really.
This is Sidney Lee, another sophomore quarterback.
Number
for him.
41 is a quarterback. I'm loving these numbers, man.
Hey, you know, I play fullback. I play quarterback.
Was that Woodbury who fell on it there to recover that fumble?
I think it was Woodbury.
Good job by Woodbury. Heads up play by him.
And it's a give to. Well, is that Woodbury? Or that?
I believe so.
It was 36. Yep. It is 36. Yes. Robinson now coming in.
All right, 3rd and long here. Down to 8 minutes to go.
Well, this is great for Heaps to give this back. You know,
well,
all
you
of
never
his
get these
guys
reps. Yeah, they never get these reps. Yeah,
they need the reps. It's for your program for the future.
Robinson with the carry up the middle.
You can try and recreate game-like situations and practice as much as you want. It does not match what actual game reps are, no matter how big of a blowout the game is. You're playing in a game. It really helps, like you mentioned, the future of the program, get a feeling for the speed of the game and understanding, okay, this is what it's like in a game-like scenario.
Do we have another quarterback in? Okay, now who do we got?
Is that Livingston? Yeah, it's Livingston.
We got Livingston running quarterback?
Oh. Yeah, quick kick. It's 4th down.
Oh, it is a 4th down, right. And a good kick. Bounces out of bounds around the 12.
A nice little sandwich there by Luke Livingston. Nice kick by that young man. Multi-talented athlete.
He's amazing.
Checked up nicely.
Livingston's punt goes out.
They're going to mark this one at the 13.
1st and 10 Utes.
And we're down to 7 minutes and counting down. Left to go. Under 7 now. As we'll see what the Utes come out with. Quarterback is going to be Ushery.
It's the same thing for Uintah in this circumstance. Get Ushery some extra looks at quarterback. You never know if you're going to need him in a game.
Yeah, Ushery, just a junior also. As this one will be given to Colton. Colton going to push forward, running.
Carry out to the left side.
Maybe for 2.
Before being driven out of bounds, yeah.
Gain of about 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Down to 6 minutes left to go. Clock will continue to run.
Got the student section here at Timpanogos chatting start the buses.
Is that what they're saying?
Yep.
Well, they've got that student section clear over there, you know. Most high schools, they put it right in the middle.
Ooh, had Luke Livingston.
Jackson Schultz on
Luke
the
Livingston read that a minute too later. Let's see who had an easy pick 6 on that.
So they got Luke Livingston playing out their free safety.
Trying to get some game film, you know.
He plays defense, he plays offense. Where do you want him?
Hey, you got to send it to the coaches. He's actually being recruited by the service academies. Told me that Navy and Army have reached out to him, Air Force as well. He's a kid who grew up here in Utah. Obviously, I'm sure you have interest in the in-state schools. I assume that Weber State, Southern Utah, Utah Tech, and the like would be looking at him for sure.
Ushery's going to air this one out, going deep downfield. Intended receiver was Vanderwark.
Always probably uncatchable, but as a DB, you can't two-hand shove a guy to stop him on his route. I'm just saying.
No flag.
Yeah, no flag. I get it. Yeah, I'm just saying. He literally put his hands out like, no, you stop. I know it's probably uncatchable, and that's probably they didn't throw the flag, but that's one as a wide receiver. You're like, hey, dude.
So Ushery will be back up to punt now as Lewis comes in. And Ushery kicks this one off the side of his foot. It's a hard one to do. It's harder to kick on the run there.
Yes.
But still not too bad. This back's
punt is down at about
puts
the 48-yard line.
Starting at the Utes 48-yard line.
From the Utes 48.
Well, maybe one more series here, depending on how things go for Timpanogos, and we may be closing up shop for the night.
Yeah, this one getting done pretty quick. It's only 9:05. I'll be on the road, home before I know it.
Mama Hatch is going to be happy I'm going to be home early tonight.
And we've got back into the game. This is Lee. Lee will give to Robinson. Robinson's got some room to run. Gets about 7 on that play.
Sidney Lee hands off to Jaden Robinson.
Nice job by Jaden Robinson there, just finding space and obviously getting upfield. You mentioned he pick up a
Gain
7
of about
there.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, Timpanogos football is brought to you by Brent Brown Toyota and Heidemann and Associates. Give to Robinson, and he'll get a first. Heidemann Associates is a flat-rate law firm that completely focused on you. You get a free consultation by calling 801-472-7742. That's 801-472-7742 to get a free consultation with Heidemann Associates, or you can go to utah.law to find the office nearest you. First down, and it's another give to Robinson. He'll pound forward. Another 5-6 yards on that carry.
Bowling ball with the carry.
This game also brought to you by Igloo Outfitters. Go to Igloo Outfitters and enter Rewind for $20 off. Igloo Outfitters, wearable sleeping bags for those chilly days and nights.
Oh, it's coming quick. Fall's going to be here before you know it.
Woodbury with the carry up the left-hand side.
Little run there by Woodbury.
7.
And we got a timeout.
What do you get, about 5 yards on that play?
Yeah,
Where are they marking this one down?
First down there. Do we have a timeout called? Or you got equipment malfunction? I'm not sure what's going on here.
Why'd they stop the clock? Yeah, that's the good question.
Penalty.
There is a flag on the play.
Oh, here on the near side. I was covered up by the Timberwolves players here on the near side.
Right there.
We got a holding call.
Holding Timberwolves.
Against the Timberwolves.
Will be a 10-yard penalty.
All right.
Repeat, second down.
I was confused for a second there. I'm like, what is going on? We had players in the way of the flag.
Right. So that'll be 2nd and 13, and Utes are going to take a timeout.
Uintah.
We'll keep it here.
We'll keep it right here?
Yeah, might as well.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, here's the thing, Mark. It's been a really, really solid performance by Timpanogos. The best part about this is they haven't had to really expend themselves. Have you seen anything that's really deep into their bag of tricks? No, they really kind of ran their base level stuff. Huh. That's the nice part is they dominated without having to really show too much on film a week ahead of having to face off against a powerhouse with the Provo Bulldogs.
And that is going to be the fun game.
It's going to be a game, yeah. No, that's one to watch. Now, obviously, Provo, Timview takes a lot of the headlines down there in Utah County, but still, that Provo Bulldog team, Kirk Chambers has done a really, really good job with that program, and they are a force to be reckoned with here in the 4A ranks.
Well, this is Seton Riggs. Second game back from injury. And he's been money. Him and Livingston haven't lost any step as far as their chemistry together.
Yep.
As Lee will take this snap. Give to Woodbury. Woodbury, shifty little guy, stays on his feet. A spin move there.
Takes quite the lick at the end of that by number 2, Vanderwart, coming up and absolutely walloping him at the end of that play.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
But I love his.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just loved his determination to stay on his feet.
Yeah, tough loss for Uintah here. They're going to drop to 1-4 on the season, but they were, like I said, they were in it until that second quarter, and then the avalanche came. The turnovers, obviously, just absolutely doing them in. Those drive-killing penalties. You got to clean that stuff up.
And they had a fumble, a couple interceptions, and got out of hand fast. This Lee is going to be sacked for a loss.
That's number 26.
Will be 4th down and 11.
Cooper Goodrich, I believe, with the sack there for Uintah from a defensive end spot, dragging him down. Getting some help with an extra hit in the linebacking position there.
Well, this brings up 4th down, and the clock, of course, continuing to run. We're down to 1:05 left to go in the game.
Looks like Coach Heaps is going to let this wind down and probably take a timeout.
So they're yelling field goal down
the crowd to kick a field goal. Test out the distance that they can really expect on a field goal attempt.
You know what? I think maybe. Where's Bretzing? Do you see him?
Look, where's number 22?
There he is. He's out there. They are going to attempt a field goal, which at this point It's going to be about a 50-yard field goal. No, 55, sorry.
50, yeah.
55-yard field goal here. And I think he can hit it.
The issue is more about
whether he can be accurate.
It is going to be coming from, it's not necessarily on the left hash, but it is not necessarily centered up in the middle of the field either.
Well, and it's not, the way he kicks it, it's not an accurate.
It's
the way the ball bounces.
It's a straight line shot. We'll see here. All right, so it will be 55 yards on the number.
I want to see him hit this. 55 yards. He's got the leg. Can he do it? Oh, and it goes wide left.
I'm not sure that would have made it over the crossbar either.
It was too low.
It was a low liner.
Turns over
but it was fun to see.
to the Utes.
Well, the clock quickly continues. We're down to 27 seconds, and I don't know if the Utes are going to get a playoff. They haven't even started the play clock.
I think that is going to
do it. So here from Timpanogos High School, we saw a powerhouse, or star-studded.
Dominant showing. Timpanogos absolutely owned this game. Big credit to them, obviously.
And so they will come out of this game 4-0.
Ladies and gentlemen,
4-1.
with the final score, our T-Wolves 45,
maybe
the
5-0.
Utes 0. Join us in 2 weeks
3-1
on the 25th for homecoming as we welcome the Mountain View Bruins.
Quick
One last
takeaway.
time, ladies and gentlemen, on your feet.
Solid showing for
song.
Timpanogos, obviously, and Uintah will have to go back and lick their wounds, obviously, but a big showdown next week for Timpanogos as they take on Provo.
Mark Winterton, Jay Katz, right here on KSL Sports Rewind. Of course, Timpanogos football brought to you by Brent Brown and Heidemann Associates. Have a good night.